Alright, what's up everyone? Let's get into it. Today we're doing a little mukbang of all different foods I've never tried before. All Kenyan foods. So, let me just see actually. It's like, I'm not gonna try gum, but. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 snacks and 28 questions, I think, somewhere around there. A little Q&A, had people ask questions on Instagram, and I'll be answering them all here. It could be pretty much all over the place. So I'll answer, I'll say 2 questions, and then try a snack, and then go from there, and then at the end I'll probably have some leftover, whatnot. Depending on how long the video is, I'll try to answer as much as I can. So, first question. What is their drug and alcohol use like being real compared to U.S. colleges? It's tough to say because this college is a alcohol, drug, tobacco-free campus. But the culture here, the drinking age is only 18. And there's definitely more party atmosphere downtown. I haven't personally been out yet because I was fighting off a little infection and had like pills and antibiotics and whatnot. Didn't really want to drink with that. But I'll be experiencing that hopefully next weekend and seeing how it goes. The people here, though, the energy, the vibes, everyone here is more confident, and people definitely like to party. So I'm very excited to experience that. Compared to my school, it's a little different because at my school, it's very much like, I don't know, like parties randomly, whatever else. Here, it's more of clubs, I think, from what I can gather so far. Just because of security and whatever else. So yeah, that was a question from my friend Balaj. And I'll move on to the next one. Sorry, I'm a little shaky. I don't really know what I'm doing. Got my hands going crazy. My friend Carrie asks, what's your favorite new snack so far? So that's a tough question. I really like the tomato chips. I think it was like the first day I tried those. They were good, but they got all over my hands and I don't really like when things are messy like that. So I think my favorite so far has to be, what is it called? I'm trying to think. I've had a lot of foods that I like. They have popcorn here. The popcorn's really good, obviously, but that's not new. What is it called? I'm trying to think. It's like, that's what it is, milk biscuits. Sorry. Milk biscuits. There's not a whole lot of flavor with them, but they're really good, especially if you dip them in milk or coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker, but we toured a coffee farm, and I did that. So, that's it for milk biscuits. It's probably my favorite so far. Next question, actually, so now I'm going to try the first. It's banana milk, so I'll give it a shot. Here we go. Big fan. It's like liquid Laffy Taffy, if you guys have had that. Pretty solid. All right, next question. How early and late does the sun set? I know in the States now it's like 4 p.m. darkness. Here, it's pretty much 7 to 7, 6:30 to 6:30, in that range, depending on the day. But because we're so close to the equator, at night the sky's pretty bright, but it's not like anything crazy. It still gets dark out. So that was also another one from Balaj. Next, PJ asks, favorite place I've been or visited so far in my life. So Florida, Massachusetts, New York, you know, all the places I've been. I do like it here. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I really do like New York as well. I'm pretty much happy everywhere. This is my biggest adventure for sure. And obviously I love adventures, so it's definitely up there. My favorite place I've ever been, it's probably Florida, just because there's just no place like Florida. It's it's its own world. So yeah. I guess, yeah, we'll do our second one. This is vanilla milk, so a little different, similar concept. Try to show you guys. I don't know if it'll be backwards or what. But there we go. I hate when that happens. This is bacon. Vanilla milk for the win. This is great. That's my roommate, by the way. Euro. He's drinking a Coke. Come on, else. All right, we're back. Phone storage again. It's a constant battle. Anyways, back to what we were saying. Vanilla milk is a win. I'll be consuming a lot of this. So it was a weird way to say that. Anyways, next question. From Max, banana bread or cornbread? Banana bread, no question about it. Easy, not even a question. From Maeve, she asks, what is your most embarrassing memory from high school? Easily Mr. Plymouth South. I think that's enough said. If you were there, I'm sorry. If you weren't there, thank God. Yeah. So now, keep it light with some chocolate. It's just Cadbury chocolate, but never had it in bar form. This is some good chocolate. Big fan of this chocolate. I don't want to eat it all though, because I have a lot of food here. I'll save that for later though. So, next question from Sarah. Do you put sunscreen on your head so you don't burn because you're ginger at heart? Yes, I actually got some right here I have to use tomorrow. I'm going on a little hike in the forest, doing a little audio thing. I'm not too sure, but I'll probably record some of that. Then DC says, how's the experience being so far away from home? Any troubles adjusting? I think it's a lot different. I'm a very loud person, I guess, and being sort of on my own, I'm much quieter here, which is probably a good thing. But that's the biggest adjustment. Is just getting comfortable, which obviously every single day I get more and more comfortable. But the experience is nice. It's definitely good to be on my own and figure that out and figure more out about me. That was a very weird answer, but you know what I mean. Billy asked, what's the best and worst thing about studying abroad? Best thing is obviously seeing all these different places. And I mean, I've only seen one place so far, but it's just the different experiences, and just being completely out of your own element. That's definitely a really huge thing. It's one of my favorite things about studying abroad. Worst thing is definitely missing all my friends. So, luckily we have Snapchat, Instagram, and whatnot, and we can answer and text each other very quickly. But it is hard not to be able to just go for a drive or something like that. So, next food. We'll start with a chip. These are salted tropical heat potato chips. I'm not sure with the brand name tropical heat, I don't know if they're going to be spicy or not. So, let's see how they go. I like the texture. I mean, it's just a potato chip. There's nothing to it. I'd probably eat these again. It tastes like if Lay's, before they were baked, were about 3 times as thick. That's what I'm getting from those. They're not bad. Sip of the water. Yeah, also, Dasani's branding here is way different. This is Dasani water. It's most readily available, but it's completely different from in the States, which is kind of interesting. The first day I was like, what? Okay, next question. From Abby, she asks, what is your favorite thing about Kenya so far? Honestly, I haven't really seen too much like the big wildlife, but the insects here are huge, and that's sort of interesting. Like there's grasshoppers, moths, snails, like everything is huge, which is cool and definitely different from the States. Yeah. Lindsay asks, what's the biggest culture shock being in Africa? Mason also asked this question. We're just going to put up Lindsay's. So, not trying to leave Mason out, but I just picked up Lindsay's. Anyways, biggest culture shock. Probably, well, yeah. Everyone here wears pants, which, like, that sounds like I do usually wear pants, but, like, shorts. No one, like, shorts are sort of more rare here. They're more for, like, athletic events and stuff, rather than just like day to day, which is crazy to me because it is very hot during the day here. So that's a bit interesting. Is just how many times you wear pants here, as opposed to shorts instead of like, you know what I mean. Anyways, Gavin asked, if someone rubbed your bald head, would a genie come out like it's a magic lamp? Only one way to find this out. There's no genie, unfortunately. No wishes for anyone. All right. Next food. We're going to try 2 foods in between these two, because I feel like I'm going through a lot. Next one is a rum raisin chocolate bar. I'm not a raisin guy, but try it out. Okay. No. Not a fan of the rum raisin. Makes sense to not like raisins, but luckily there is no raisins like in it. I was afraid of that, but I prefer the regular overall. So there's that, and then there we go. I'll do another chip. These are Mexican crunch tortilla chips. I don't know if there's any seasoning or anything on them, but they looked interesting. Just like America, there's a lot of airspace in there. Yeah. So, looks similar to a Dorito. It's like a Cool Ranch Dorito and a Taki had a baby. That's what these are. They're good. They're spicy. I like that. These are better than Tropical Heat. Or no, yeah, better than Tropical Heat for sure. No, actually. So. Gavin also asks, what's the difference between education in Kenya compared to the US, if any? I think the classes here are, the timing is a little different. The professor may come in 10, 20, 30 minutes late, and that's just part of it. So that's really nice for my 7 a.m. because that class is tough to get to. But other than that, it's pretty similar lectures. Some classes have discussions. I've only been in classes 2 or 3 days, so I'm not too sure yet. But those are the most noticeable changes. It's just that the timing's a bit different. Stephanie asks, can you bring home a cat? I wish. There's cats all over campus. I'll pull up some pictures and videos and whatever else of my lunch cats. I see cats all the time over here. Most of them are nice. There's one that was kind of rude to another cat, but that's about it. I really wish I could bring home a cat, but unfortunately, I don't think TSA would like that. Customs might have a little bit of an issue. And also, you don't have any money to get it to a vet and cleaned and spayed and all that fun stuff. So, next question. Actually, how many questions? Okay, quite a bit of questions left, so I'll do this one too. Sophia asks, what's the weirdest animal you've seen while in Africa? And that would probably be the Marubo stork. I'll put up a picture if I can. It's the largest stork in the world. And the one I saw was about like 3 or 4 feet tall, and their wingspan could be up to 5 feet. And it's just like a crazy big bird I wasn't expecting to see. So that was probably the weirdest one so far. But I'm sure there's going to be more down the line as I go on safari and stuff. Fabi asks, how are you liking being abroad so far? It's definitely a big change. It's a big adjustment, but I love it so far. It's an adventure. There's a lot of downtime, but a lot of fun too. So, and I'm sure as we get into it and have more events, it'll pick up a little bit. All right, next food. We're gonna try Heroes potato chips. Just classic, salted. We'll see how these go. Another air user. These are way better than tropical heat. They're lighter. What's wrong with chip? I'm a fan of these. I will, as their slogan says, be a hero. Those are really good. Big fan of those. All right. I'm just going on my iPad for the questions. That's why I keep it in my hand over here. So, there's the water. Elena asks, what animal are you bringing home for me? Again, I wish I could bring all the animals home, but due to a climate crisis and customs and the fear of invasive species in Florida, I cannot bring any animals home. But if I could, I would probably bring home, obviously bring home one of the cats. I'd have to. But another one is the land snails are really cool here. They're just huge. And that's something super interesting to me, at least. Is how big they are. All right. Next, Zach asks, why are you so handsome? It's just how it is. All right. And then here's the whole name. Jill asked, you should do a what I eat in a day in a week. I'll pop up some pictures of what I've been eating in my week in review videos that I'm going to start. I'll start just like updating everyone on what I've been eating. And my day-to-day kind of meals as I go through the days. So you can look forward to that. It's a lot of very simple meat, sauce, and then some sort of starch. It could be rice, could be, trying to think, like noodles, pretty much anything like that. So it's all pretty good. Yeah, so then I'll try another one. I'll try I sip of water. That chip. So, as I was trying to say, tingly cheese and onion. I thought it was interesting the flavor was tingly. And this is by Crackles, not Lay's, even though they look like a very similar logo. So, another one loves air. We'll give these a shot. I'm not sure how I feel about them. They do remind me of sour cream and onion. I don't know if the tingly cheese is sour cream, but they're very similar to those. They're pretty good though. Not my favorite. I think these are probably my favorite just because of the spice. But These are best flavor, best texture, but crackles are pretty good too. All right. Balaj asks, what trader habit you've learned so far for when you come back to the U.S.? I feel like so far, at least, just not being in a rush. I feel like people here take their time a lot more, and everyone's a lot more confident in themselves compared to the U.S. So that's what I can gather so far. So hopefully I'll come back a little more confident, as well as a little bit less worried about time. Be like, we need to be here at this time. We need to do this, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, just the timing's a bit different, and figuring out how to pace my days instead of panicking, which is definitely a good thing to learn. All right, the light is dying. But next question is from Allie. She asks, why did you decide to study abroad in Kenya? It was a completely different experience from anything I've ever experienced in my life. Completely different place, across the planet. Other hemisphere. Just a big change, and I was really excited for it. And it's just a big adventure. Also, I've been studying animals, so I thought it would be really cool to see the difference in biodiversity here compared to at home. I hope to eventually make it to Costa Rica, possibly study abroad or something, to also see the biodiversity there compared to the States, just because there's so many different animals on the planet, and I want to go hit all the cool places that are unique and have more endemic species than other places, which that's just any species that's only in one area, and not found anywhere else in the world. Sorry. All these chips are getting to me. All right, PJ asks, how's the food? I'm a big fan of the food so far. It's hit or miss a lot of the time, but in most places you can find stuff that you're looking for, and at least one or two tasty things. So it's pretty good. It depends on the person. I don't really even look at ingredients. I just kind of go for it and see if I like it or not, based on the flavor, how the chef made it and everything like that. So I've been enjoying it, but it's not everyone's cup of tea, I guess. Tegan asks, how much do you miss me? A lot. I miss everyone a lot. But, it's all part of the adventure. And I'll be back in Florida in August. So we'll have to do something then. Anyways, next one is salt and vinegar. I've had salt and vinegar, obviously, in the States, but I want to see it's different compared. Just because the bananas here are much different. They're much sweeter here than in the States, which is interesting. Different species, I guess. So I wanted to see if it's a processed food, if it's the same. Okay. The flavor's stronger in these. But I'm also a salt and vinegar fan, so they're really good. I'll probably be eating more of these. Yeah. These are a win. Take a sip of water and then answer some more. Courtney asked, how has your experience been, or has your experience been what you thought it would be? Yes and no. It's really just finding out things to do. I have a lot of downtime here. My classes are all spread out, which is definitely good. But I guess in my head, I thought it was going to be more of like a run for the next 4 months, and then sleep it all off when I get home. But here, it's more of a, as long as you're pacing your days a lot easier, and you have more time, like more downtime to figure out other things, and not really rushed, which is kind of nice. It's very calm here. Next, Devin asks, who would win in the twerk-off, Barack Obama or Steve Buscemi? I feel like Obama could definitely beat Buscemi, no question. Brendan asks, what's your favorite part of the day being in Kenya? I feel like well, most days there's a big rain shower at the end of the day, and it's like, it's not like Florida rain where it's warm, it's cold rain, but the drops are huge, and it's really cool to like listen to. I'll have my window open, and whatnot, and really experience that. I also like around 4 or 5 p.m. I want to say, the sun kind of chills out a little bit, and there gets a really nice breeze, and it's like perfect weather for like an hour, and that's probably my favorite like part of the day. But I also like just trying new things every single day, especially foods, and just seeing how that goes. All right, now I'm gonna try marble bread, marble cake. It's a pretty big piece of cake. It's like thick. Let me just pull off a piece. That's good. It tastes a bit like angel food cake. If you guys have had that, we usually have it for at least a birthday a year. Back at home. It's very soft. I'm a fan. Oh. There's like a lot. That's like a thick hunk. So I probably need a couple sittings to eat that whole thing. But it is good. I'm a fan. All right. I wasn't sure how to pace this. We are down to the last 2 questions. So the last food's just going to be this lollipop. It's called a pin pop. I assume it's like a push or a blow pop, but we'll see how that goes. All right. Just give me a second. But, all right, I'm gonna make these last 2 quick because I ran out of storage again. So Gianna asks, what are you most looking forward to doing and seeing Kenya? I feel like I'm really excited to see the safari. Waiting for that day. I think we have 2 weeks from now and then we get to go on our first safari. And I'm really excited for that. Sorry, I'm talking really fast now. The storage on my phone is being ridiculous. So I'm not really sure how much time we have. And then John asks, what's the procedure for a stampede? Because all right, hopefully this works. Storage is really not happy with me right now. So, as I was saying, answering John's question, what's the procedure? Because I'm in the city, we don't have stampedes right here. But I'm sure when I go on safari, I'll learn what they do for that situation. Also, I'm going to get to meet some people and some tribes, and I'll sort of figure that out with them, and I'll get back to you on that one. Last food is a pin pop, so if I can open this before I run out of storage again. I gotta figure out my phone storage so this stops happening. Here we go, it's blue. It's like a really intense blue raspberry. Almost like cotton candy though. Yeah, my tongue's already blue. Solid though. Okay, really quick. Storage is out again, but I'll edit this and upload it soon. Lollipop's really good. All these snacks are really good. I'm gonna put away as much as I can, and then store the rest for later. Anyways, love you all. See ya. Bye. Later.